Hey there Cosmic Warriors, and welcome back to another video. Okay, so in today's video we are going to be taking a look at the Pisces philosophy as we discuss Jupiter within the sign of Pisces, all with the intention of showing you how you can attract good luck and fortune. Of course, Jupiter is all about how you can attract good luck and fortune, prosperity, blessings and abundance into your life, as well as how you can search and teach your knowledge, meaning and truth with others. And it can also look at how you can turn your situations into opportunities for growth and expansion. Now, if you are a Pisces, meaning your sun sign is in Pisces, this video may be for you, but it also may not be for you. So it's just really about going to your Jupiter sign. So if you have your Jupiter within the sign of Leo, then go to the Leo video. Or if you have your Jupiter within the sign of Aquarius, then go to the Aquarius video, so on and so forth. I will be making a video for all 12 Jupiter signs. And one more thing as well, I just want to mention that this video can also resonate if you have Jupiter within your 12th house within your natal birth chart as well. However, before we do get started, if you would like to know more information all about Jupiter within astrology, so looking at your Jupiter sign, your Jupiter house, also looking at your Sagittarius house and your 9th house within your natal birth chart, then I have created a Jupiter, a Sagittarius season / archetype ebook. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to provide a link to that Sagittarius ebook in the description box below so that you can pick up your copy today. Alright, so with all those introductions out of the way, Jupiter in Pisces, let's do this. So the philosophical quote that I chose for you Jupiter and Pisces is, "Happiness is not an ideal of reason, but of imagination." Now, some celebrities or well-known people who have or had their Jupiter within the sign of Pisces include Sigmund Freud, Friedrich Nietzsche, Lindsay Lohan, and Kesha. And the thing about this Jupiter in Pisces is that you can attract good luck and fortune in a way that may not be all that obvious to you. You could, for example, be at a party and you're surrounded by so many people at this party, but subconsciously you're picking up on everybody else's energy levels. Then maybe you get this hit of inspiration. You then can take that inspiration and turn it into an opportunity. Maybe a few different guys or girls, maybe they give you outfit inspiration, fashion inspiration, or maybe you see a certain dance move. Somebody is performing a particular dance move that just triggers this theory or a creative idea within your mind, and then you also take that and you turn it into an opportunity. But yet, it's these things that, like I said, you may not be overly aware of. Then again, now that I have actually mentioned it and brought it to your attention, maybe you will take this information and you'll start to look out for those inspirational hits from this day forward. See, the thing is here, Pisces, is that, well, Pisces energy, it represents what's kept hidden and kept out of clear view, suggesting that it can be quite a subtle energy, but it can also be a pretty confusing energy, further suggesting Jupiter in Pisces that you might have a difficult time trying to identify when particular opportunities are open to you in order for you to reach out and grab them. On the other hand, however, perhaps you're not necessarily supposed to be aware. Perhaps it's really about you just allowing things to unfold and happen as they should, without doubting or questioning why they are. But still, maybe by becoming aware of the synchronicities around you, you might have the ability of tapping into something that's much greater than yourself. But also keeping in mind here that being aware of something doesn't really mean or necessarily mean that you can control it. So with that being said, how might this manifest in a grounded, practical way? Let's actually get you into your imagination here, because you probably do have quite a vivid and colorful imagination. So what I want you to imagine is that your dream is to become a psychologist. Maybe you're the type of Pisces who has studied psychology before at university or college, or maybe you're just genuinely interested in seeking knowledge when it comes to exploring and understanding the human psyche. So let's say, for example, that you had a favorite toy, like a cuddly toy growing up, and you really did form a connection with this cuddly toy because this cuddly toy represents so many chapters of your life. Maybe you took it everywhere with you. Maybe it slept in bed with you every single night. Perhaps it still sits on your bed till this day if you are at university or college. But then you are sitting in class, or you're sitting in a coffee shop, wherever you are, and you start to daydream. You start to even drift off. You know, whenever you can be daydreaming, looking out the window, or just off in the distance somewhere, or where you're drifting off, where you're kind of like, oh no, I gotta fall asleep. Or this could just be where you lose focus for just a split second. But as you're daydreaming, you notice an image on a poster that reminds you of that very cuddly toy that you own. Somehow the shapes, the colors, the image of this poster reminds you of your cuddly toy. It speaks to you, and so it then triggers, this awareness triggers your curiosity, and then you start to actually pay attention to the poster and read what it says. Maybe it's about a play or a performance all about mental health, or maybe it's about a new class coming up that's all about exploring and understanding the subconscious mind. Of course, this very same example, it could play out even if you're the type of Pisces or person with Jupiter in Pisces who really dreams of becoming an artist or an actress, an actor, a photographer, a scuba diver, or the type of Jupiter in Pisces who wants to work on a cruise ship. Whatever you dream of becoming in terms of your future aspirations, Pisces, your subconscious mind has a way of guiding you along. And through these synchronicities, you're led on a path of exploring what is hidden and mysterious. Therefore, through this process, Pisces, doors start to open, opportunities seem to arise, luck and fortune seems to come your way. This could even be an example of you walking along the street, listening to your music, and you're just in your own little world, you're in your own little bubble, because hey, if you have this placement also in terms of Jupiter in the 12th house, you may just have this love for music. You may find a lot of happiness and joy from the music that you listen to. And so there can perhaps be this addictive quality to listening to music because of that high that it gives you, because of how euphoric it makes you feel. So in this way, you could be listening to your music with your earphones in. You're probably those people who constantly have your earphones in whilst you're out in public. But you're walking along and you're just kind of taking in your environment, nature, buildings, houses, cars, people, and you're just getting all of these sparks of inspiration. You're getting all these creative downloads, these creative ideas, and then you're just so engrossed in it, and then you may think to yourself, oh, I can do this for something, I can use this idea for something else, or you just get so carried away, swept away, lost in your own little bubble through the music that you listen to. And so through that process, again, opportunities start to arise, you know, things start to happen, and again, you know, like I said, you may not even be aware that it's going on, but somehow, some way, it is. So what I suggest you do is paying attention to these synchronicities. So for example, this could be you listening to a particular song and certain lyrics are sung, but then somebody else within your physical reality says those very words, or says a certain word that was quite literally sang or sung by somebody on that track. So still, let's actually look at two gentlemen, so two examples of people who had their Jupiter in Pisces, and they were Sigmund Freud and Friedrich Nietzsche. Now, Freud was a neurologist and was the founder of psychoanalysis, and Nietzsche was a philosopher, a cultural critique, a composer and a poet, amongst other things, I believe. Now, Freud, he established a theory of the unconscious and went on to develop a model of psychic structure comprising the ID, the ego and the superego. And the thing about Freud is that he was born with his Jupiter conjunct Neptune. And Neptune, Pisces energy, is very much connected with psychic, you know, they being the very psychic energy. But then likewise, furthering on from this point, he also looked at the theory of dreams being wish fulfillments. And that in itself, I feel, is very Neptune conjunct Jupiter. You know, Neptune also looks at dreams, Pisces looks at dreams. Now, Nietzsche, on the other hand, well, according to Wikipedia, he became preoccupied with the creative powers of the individual to overcome social, cultural, and moral contexts in pursuit of new values and aesthetic health. And he was born with Jupiter conjunct Uranus. Uranus really does correlate well with the whole social, cultural, and moral context as stated. So these are two examples of men who had their Jupiter in Pisces who really did go a long way in terms of human psychology, in terms of the unconscious. But of course, I understand not all of you are going to be highly influential psychoanalysts or philosophers, but still, you might possess a desire to study or seek knowledge upon that which is hidden. Take the study of astrology, for example, in itself. Astrology is a subject that derives from the collective unconscious. It's a study of archetypes. It's a study of symbolism. And it really does correspond with the likes of mythology and spirituality. And these areas in themselves, they are comprised of symbolism. I mean, it is safe to say that when most people see this symbol, being the cross, okay, they know how to translate it into words or language. Or when most people see this symbol, the peace symbol, they know what it means. Or when people see this symbol, yeah, they're like, no, run away, burn, witch, burn. Even within astrology itself, many people look at the symbols of Pluto and Saturn and they quiver. They quiver with fear. And also within the tarot card community, when people see the Three of Swords, it's like, oh my gosh, who's gonna break my heart? Who's gonna hurt me? No. But the thing to keep in mind when it comes to symbolism is that, well, that symbol, that image, that illustration, it can be interpreted in many different ways. Kind of like looking into a piece of art, like a painting or a sculpture. Some people may understand it as one thing or see it as one thing, whilst other people may understand it as something completely different. Take Leonardo da Vinci. Now, I did not mention him at the beginning of this video, but he had his Jupiter in Pisces. But I am sure there are a lot of people who look at his painting, the Mona Lisa, and they really do ponder over whether or not that woman is smiling or not. I mean, is it a smirk? Is it a smile? What is it? Some even suggest that the Last Supper, painted by Leonardo da Vinci, some suggest that the 12 disciples surrounding Jesus at the table, that they are actually a representation of the zodiac signs. But then also, you know what, take singer Kesha. Her music videos and style just scream Pisces energy. Full of color, glitter, getting wasted, partying, forgetting about your worries, and a whole lot of symbolism. Her music video Praying, for example, that is comprised of many hidden meanings, and there's also people on YouTube who have made videos about the symbols within that video and what it all means. Many hidden messages connected with the occult or with the Illuminati, and she's of course not the only celebrity to do this. Many celebrities are known for flashing the sinister forces that exist right in front of our faces, all whilst the public remain completely unaware and oblivious to what is happening. Though before I do go turning this video into a conspiracy, the message that I am trying to convey remains the same, Jupiter and Pisces. Because it is you that quite literally can expand the minds of the collective unconscious, resulting in them questioning their reality, resulting in them seeking more knowledge in order to answer the bigger, more wider questions in life. And by doing so, not only does your luck and fortune expand, but the luck and fortune of the collective expands as well. For example, maybe you have a YouTube channel where you broadcast theories or concepts that really do enlighten people. You could do this through the likes of tarot, astrology as mentioned previously, or you could also do this through the likes of teaching yoga, meditation, or you could also simply do this by enlightening others upon the dangers of spirituality, the dangers of drugs, or by enlightening them upon shady behaviors, shady people that preach the word but are actually snakes. After all, Pisces, it is you who seeks to explore the dark side, the side that others may not be aware of. And if that dark side is dangerous, then so be it. You will share it, because you understand that by sharing it, you're being honest and you're being truthful. Though still, another example could even be you simply, you know what, comforting your friend who is really going through a hard time. You're gonna listen to your friend, you're gonna show empathy towards your friend, and you're going to be compassionate. Plus, you may also seek to find the positive meaning behind what your friend is experiencing. But then by sharing these things with your friend, maybe your friend feels more uplifted, they feel a bit more inspired, or like they have more direction. But furthering on from this point here, Jupiter and Pisces, it is you who can attract good luck and fortune by being a compassionate healer, or by selflessly sharing your knowledge with others. See, you're the type of person who gives and shares knowledge without expecting anything in return. However, what I will say with this is to be aware of your limitations and your boundaries here, because others who receive your knowledge might not be well intended or accepting. Let's say, for example, you're working in a job and you're going above and beyond for your manager or your supervisor. You're taking on extra shifts, you're going out of your way to help. You start even sharing your ideas or your knowledge with your colleagues, but then they take credit for your ideas. They claim that it was them who came up with these things. Now, you might not necessarily care so much at the time, but this type of period might quite possibly have long-term effects. Then again, you know what, I will say this, maybe karma ends up being on your side anyway, if it is that you believe in karma, because then you could quite possibly be catapulted, so to speak, into bigger and better, greater things anyway. So in this way, let Jessica have that shift leader position at the office, or let Mark or Martin run around just broadcasting to everyone on social media about how amazing their life is. Because to be quite frank, Pisces, maybe you have bigger fish to fry. Or maybe you're just destined for different opportunities in your life. Now, of course, I don't mean to sound like it's about you being better than other people or being sort of on your moral high ground in that regard. But what I'm trying to say is that it's you who can rise above such egotistic behaviors by staying within your own lane, and by just staying away from people who no longer serve you. And by doing so, what you may find by keeping yourself at a distance from these things, by not giving in to all of this, is that opportunities may start to develop or unfold. You know, you could be presented with opportunities that enhance you further, or just in a much more positive, uplifting way. However, whilst all of these things are beneficial, there is something that I feel I must bring to your attention, Jupiter and Pisces. See, it's also you who may just give in easily to the things that possess addictive qualities, such as the likes of drugs, alcohol, food, caffeine, sugar, also shopping or binge watching your favorite shows. You might feel happy whenever you're indulging in such things, but they also might result in you lacking realism or practicality. For example, the rent not being paid, unexpected bills like your phone breaking and then not being able to afford it, losing track of time, possibly even forgetting to eat or feed yourself. Take another example from the celebrities mentioned here, Lindsay Lohan, and she admitted in 2006 that she struggled with an eating disorder. Now, she also had bulimia and she experimented with drugs in the past, and apparently she had her first drug overdose at the age of 18. And so in this respect, when it does come to you, Pisces, please make sure that you're looking after your health, that you're eating enough, that you're getting plenty of sleep, that you're respecting your boundaries, that when it comes to boundaries, that you have the ability to reinforce those boundaries and not feel guilty for reinforcing boundaries, and that you're not a bad person for having boundaries. You just might try so hard to see the best in people, but sometimes some people are just shitty people. Though still, even if you are greeted with such behaviors as mentioned, or even if you fall into what seems like a never-ending cycle of addiction, it is you who can manage to pull yourself through it and come out bigger and more wiser than ever. Then again, maybe you relapse, or you find yourself in the same reoccurring pattern once again. But hey, even if you do, Pisces, you will hopefully learn something new each time. Something new that you can share with others to reassure that others don't make the same mistakes that you did, or at least to help others learn from your many slip-ups, so to speak. You know what? It's okay, Jupiter and Pisces, because more opportunities start to arise, provided that you get your head out of the gutter and get back out there into the battlefield of life. The one more thing that I just want to mention here, Pisces, in terms of how you can attract your luck and fortune, is really to do with inspiration hitting you whenever you are alone, whenever you're in your own solitude. Of course, Pisces energy, 12th house energy, is all about what happens behind the scenes that people don't see. And so in this respect, you could just get these hits of inspiration whenever you're just doing your own thing out of sight from people, and those hits of inspiration may bring a lot of doors opening and opportunities, resulting in good luck and fortune. Especially, you know, whenever you're falling asleep. You know, you could be this type of person who, when you're falling asleep, you're starting to drift off, you just get all these vivid images. Your imagination starts to run wild and you get all these flashes. It's very, very vivid in that way. And so this is why I actually chose the quote, you know, the philosophical quote from the very beginning of happiness is not an ideal of reason, but of imagination. Because you may find a lot of happiness and joy whenever you are escaping into your imagination, whenever you are drifting off, whenever you're in that space. The same thing can be said when it comes to dreaming. or when it comes to you listening to music or being engrossed in a really cool movie, or even when it comes to just simply flickering through a comic book. See, it's these activities that can trigger and activate your subconscious, and then you're able to pull knowledge from it. They might not be the easiest to articulate verbally or practically, but creatively, you might do very, very well. So the likes of script writing, music compositions, acting, singing, journaling, or simply you just writing from a stream of consciousness. A stream of consciousness simply being you getting pen and paper and just going, not letting any critical thoughts or analysis come through and block it. Just whatever's on your mind, you just go and just let it all flow naturally. By engaging in any of these things, Pisces, just watch as many opportunities start to unfold and a lot of good luck and fortune surrounding you. Okay then, Cosmic Warriors, so that concludes my video on the Pisces philosophy. Now, if you do happen to have your Jupiter in Pisces, or also if you have your Jupiter in the 12th house, then let us know what you thought of the video in the comment section down below. But with all that being said, thank you so much for watching, thank you for subscribing, and of course, if you would like to see more videos from myself and you've not yet subscribed, then go right ahead and click that subscribe button. And I will be back with another video very, very soon. Bye!